Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do my May wrap-up and my June TBR. In the month of May, I actually read all the books that I needed to and plus some, so I'll go ahead and let's get started. The very first book I read in the month of May is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I loved this book. I love rereading this series. I love it so much that I actually, as soon as I was done with this, I wanted just to pick up the third book. And I didn't allow myself to. I was like, no, like one a month. And then I kind of started thinking, why one a month? Like if I want to read it, why can't I read it? So I went ahead and started the third book. I haven't finished it yet. That will probably be in my June TBR or my June wrap-up. So yeah, but Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I love this. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read Harry Potter, do yourself a favor and go get it. I don't think I have to go into the details of this book. I think everyone has mostly read it or heard about it. So yeah. The next book I read actually wasn't really a book. It was a story. And you guys know I have been wanting to get more into fairy tales, so I went ahead and read one of the books out of Fairy Tales from Around the World by Andrew Lang. And the one that I ended up reading is I basically just opened up the book and just started reading the very first story. And that story was East of the Sun, West of the Moon. I had not read that book or that tale ever in my life, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was magical, mystical. I love the title, East of the Sun, West of the Moon. And that ties into the whole story, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to have another one this month. The next book I finished is As You Think by James Allen, and this actually is a kind of self-empowerment book that was recommended to me by Robin Sharma. I went and looked up his books that he recommended that he loves, and this was one of them. It's a very short book. It's about 88 pages, so I finished this in about an hour, and it's just magical. It reminds me a lot of The Secret, so if you've read that, this is very similar to that, but it's different in the way that The Secret kind of just says, think positively, be grateful. This one is saying, yes, do those things, but also that's not going to give you your dream life. You have to put in the work and the discipline in other actions in your life. You know, you're not going to get anywhere just by saying, I have $1 million. You have to go ahead and put work into that in a positive way. So I highly recommend it. There's a quote on the back that says, As You Think is the single most powerful book I have ever read. It has been my companion for 20 years, and it has changed my life. I wanted to read that quote because I thought that encompassed this book so well. And I don't think I could have put it in any better words. I really do think this is a must-read if you are into self-improvement and self-help and self-empowerment. So it also says, it not only reveals to us the key to success or within our own minds, it shows us how to use these keys to unlock the greatest fulfillment we can imagine. So I just think this is a great book. I will give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I know, I kind of have a lot of books that I really like, but no. And the last book I read this month is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, and I adored this book. I don't have to go into any detail. I mean, I won't go into much detail because I do have a full review of it up. I will have that linked in the description box below or in the iCard above. But this is a 5 out of 5 star. It's a self-help book about owning your mornings and elevating your life by Robin Sharma. So highly recommend. And I think I'm going to reread it probably at some point this month, but it's not going to be on my TBR. It's just going to be something, if it happens, it happens. So yeah. Okay, and now on to the books I'm going to be reading in the month of June. I cannot believe how fast this year has gone by, It is absolutely beautiful outside. I've been sitting out on my deck doing my Sudoku puzzles, and the cotton is like floating through the air. It's great. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of reading outside on my deck, but let's go ahead and get into my TBR. The very first book I'm going to be reading, and it's actually something I started already, and it is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have not read a lot of this yet because I've kind of just picked up other books. I've already read this book, so I don't see it as like a priority right now, but I do definitely want to, continue on my Harry Potter reread and finish this book. The next book I want to read is a Penguin classic, and it is Marcus Aurelius Meditations. And this was recommended by Robin Sharma. I have been obsessed with Robin Sharma. I've actually been reading a lot of his books that he recommends, as you saw in my wrap-up. But this is another one. I thought this was really, really cool. So I'm obsessed with ancient history. I love ancient history. I love anything to give me like a, I would love to see like Cleopatra's diary or something like that. And this is basically that. So basically this, Marcus was a Roman emperor, and I guess I'll just go ahead and read the back for you. But basically written in Greek by the only Roman emperor who was also a philosopher without any intention of publication, the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, AD 121 through 180, offer a remarkable series of challenging reflections, blah 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 blah. But basically, it's like his teachings and his journals and his belief systems that he actually took, he like journaled about when he was alive and when he was an emperor in 121 to 180. And he, again, didn't have any intention of publishing it, and then it was found many, many years later, and it was published. I don't think Penguin published it, but it was published. And it, again, it's kind of like a self-help, it's meditation, so it's kind of, making sense of the universe, doubt and despair and conquering all of that. And I think that is so interesting coming from somebody who lived thousands and thousands of years ago. I would love to see kind of their mindsets and their belief system and why they believe it that way. So I am so excited to get a little bit of history and maybe a little bit of like a look at Roman life. And I'm just really excited. So I picked this up. I hear really good things, but I hear that, it's, very kind of confusing because it's Roman. But, yeah, I'm excited to read this. And I've already broken the spine. Oops. The next book, again, is a Robin Sharma recommendation, all about self-help and kind of, do you see a theme here? But it is Seagulls. Well, it's not Seagulls. It's Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And it says the complete edition includes a rediscovered part 4 by Richard Bach. And I don't really know what this is about, so it's apparently a classic. Says this book is a song for spirits who have lived so long and so quietly by themselves. It's a story for readers who know that somewhere there's a higher way of living than scuffing the tracks of others. It's a story for someone who yearns to fly. Okay. I don't know what this book is about. Again, I'm assuming it's a self-help. I think it's a motivational book. But I'm excited. I hear good things about it from Robin. So I talk about Robin like he's like my best friend. He is. We're best friends. But there's some pretty seagulls in it. I don't know what this book is. I'm just excited to read it, and I'll give you guys a review in my wrap-up. Alrighty, the last book I'm going to read this month, and it's not really a book. It is going to be a story out of my book. Well, not my book, but a story out of fairy tales from around the world. And I will probably be reading. Oh wait, I have it bookmarked. I've already read Aladdin. so I don't think I want to read it again. Beauty and the Beast is the next retelling that I have to read. So I'll be reading that story this month, and I'm very, very excited to get a little bit more knowledge about some fairy tales. So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who you think needs some self-motivation or just likes to read in general. I will see you guys in my next video, and yeah, bye!